Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
And welcome out to Elyria High School, the site for our second of 2 games here today on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Another district final here now at Elyria on the Division III side of things as the 3rd-seeded Canfield Cardinals get set to take on the Avon Lake Shore Gals, the 8th seed. I'm Rockanushi, he's Jared Kozar, and to our far right on the camera is the one and only Zach Sprague, as this is the WEOL Cage matchup. Do want to thank all of our sponsors for this one here this afternoon, as this Division III District Championship game between Canfield and Avon Lake is brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. LMRE, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Make sure you stop and see them this Lent for a little Friday fish fry action. How about the Duck, Mallard Creek Golf Club? They are our halftime sponsor. They are located on Route 82 in Columbia Station. And, of course, our friends over at EcoTree Services, they are your complete tree care company. And this is the pregame show brought to you by your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Again, it's always a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Well, Jared, our long day, mine slightly longer, but you a long one as well, comes to a close here now with Elyria High School, the site again for this district championship game between Avon Lake and Canfield. And we're coming off a doozy over at North Ridgeville as Elyria Catholic squeaked by Canal Fulton Northwest to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16. So big shoes to fill, I think, for this one here, but we certainly expect it to be a good one.
The nightcap or afternoon cap, as it was, yeah, they'll have a lot to live up to, but Avon Lake and Paul Apple and company, definitely a program we're familiar with, and they've given us a lot of excitement over the years. Certainly we expect the same this afternoon, taking out a very good opponent in Canfield.
Yeah, so let's take a look at these two sides, and we can start with the starting lineups, as you'll see on your screen there. First, for the Canfield Cardinals, under 12th-year head coach Matt Reel. They are 22-2. They went 8-0, first in the All-American Conference. And their starting five will look like this. It will be senior number 2, Loriana Janone, a senior number 10, Sophia Castronova. Their leading scorer is senior number 11, Jenna Treveri, senior number 22, Carly Fleming, along with senior number 30, C.C. Muckleroy. So 5 seniors in the 5 for head coach Matt Reel. For Avon Lake, under fourth-year head coach Paul Apple, it looks like this. It'll be sophomore forward number 1, Riley Corey, sophomore guard number 13, Frankie Persia, senior forward number 21, Olivia Miller, senior guard number 22, Evelyn Ritt, and junior center number 50, Molly Milligan. We can get the players to watch here in a moment. Actually, we can do that now real quick if you want. Jenna Treveri is our girl to watch for Canfield. She'll be at the top of your stack there. Jenna Treveri, really nice numbers on her, 15 points per game. She shoots at 41% from the field, scored her 1,000th point against Midview earlier in the tournament. And for Avon Lake, it'll be Olivia Miller at 15 points per game, 128 rebounds, 33 blocks, and 42 steals for Olivia as we are underway here at Elyria High School in a Division III district championship game. Canfield in the white uniforms, Avon Lake wearing the maroon. 3-ball miss there for Canfield. Olivia Miller secures the rebound for Avon Lake as the Shore Gals go to work on offense for the first time here this afternoon. Again, it's Corey, Persia, Miller, Ritt, Milligan, the 5 for Avon Lake. Janone, Castronova, Treveri, Fleming, Muckleroy out there for Coach Reel's Canfield Cardinals. Got some more tidbits on Canfield I'd like to share at some point here. And a big thanks again to North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for a abbreviated pregame show here this afternoon. Push shot there by Treveri is off the mark. A rebound secured by Avon Lake as the Shore Gals look to push the other way. Jared, I kind of told you a little bit about Canfield, and I know some may want to plug their ears here. They are quintessentially the Pittsburgh Steelers of Ohio high school girls basketball. 50 straight winning seasons, just 3 head coaches in that time, as there's a bucket for Avon Lake's Riley Corey as she strikes first for the Shore Gals here. They're up a deuce.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know about that program's success and tradition, but we don't see them very often, so it's few and far between for us.
But I mean, 50 straight winning seasons, Jared Kozar. That is certainly a gaudy number right there when you look at that from the outside in. A wild contested lefty shot on or off the mark there by Loriana Janone, the senior for Canfield. There we go. I'll move that audio box a little closer to you, my friend, as Avon Lake goes back to work on offense with a 2-point lead.
We got so much more room over here than we had earlier.
Right. Milligan inside with it, lost it. And going the other way, Canfield righty layup no good there as that one off the mark from Carly Fleming as Ritt able to hawk down the rebound for Avon Lake into the hands now of Frankie Persia. She'll hand it right back off to Evelyn Ritt, one of the heroes of last season's postseason run for Avon Lake. Had a really big game, Jared, if you can remember, against St. Vincent St. Mary at Benedictine High School. Had a number of big shots for Avon Lake in that one.
Certainly did. I think that Ritt was, very underrated and now has to pull into that starter role and be the catalyst.
They work inside to Milligan. Her over-the-shoulder shot no good. A rebound secured by Canfield. So both sides still, I think, feeling each other out here in the early goings. Not unlike Elyria Catholic and Northwest earlier, as there's a bucket up and in for Canfield. That is Sophia Castronova, the senior, her first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, that took a full 3 minutes to get going, and I think we're in the same sort of doldrum here.
Evelyn Ritt with the basketball, works inside to Milligan. Good high-low action. Olivia Miller inside, kissed it off the glass and in. Paul Apple made no secrets about it when he appeared on the wrap-up show earlier this morning, kind of comparing last year's state championship appearance team to this year's team. He flat out said, we had girls last year where you didn't really know who would be the leading scorer on a night-to-night basis. Well, there's no hiding that for this year's team. It's either going to be Olivia Miller or it's going to be Molly Milligan, or probably both. They play through those two almost exclusively on offense.
They're certainly both going to contribute. Ritt has to be maybe dependent on to hit a couple of outside jumpers more so than just what you would think was a bonus last year, and when she would spell, in a lot of cases, Izzy Palenko at times. And, then your job is to be the stopper.
So let's see what Canfield can do here, down 2. Avon Lake with an early 4-2 lead right now. We'll see what Jenna Treveri can do. She can't handle the pass there. Olivia Miller, a 2-on-1 with Evelyn Ritt running with her. Ritt, a little stop and pop on the inside. Oh, missed it. Miller there for the stick back. It's good. Nice shot fake by Evelyn Ritt to get a clean look at the bucket. She couldn't finish it, though, but Olivia Miller right there saying, I got your back. And it's 6-2 Shore Gals here in the early going.
Starting to feel a little bit more consistent on the offensive end for the Shore Gals, some more productive trips.
So Canfield back to work on offense here. They work it into Jenna Treveri, their leading scorer at 15 points per game. Wild lefty hook shot, no good there. The stick back, though, from Muckleroy is good. Cece McElroy, one of the leading rebounders on this Canfield team, and for good reason, as you see right there. Canfield back within 2. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball to Milligan. Same high-low action to Olivia Miller. They can't get a bucket there off of it, and it was contested well inside. And a jump ball is the call. Possession arrow will keep it with Avon Lake.
Boy, crafty pass there by Milligan to a pretty tall target, and Olivia Miller was able to get positioned, just everything but the bucket to drop there. But that's the right idea, I think, when you've got that sort of an advantage.
Evelyn Ritt to trigger the inbound here. Looking, finally gets it into Olivia Miller barely, as that was nearly stolen by Carly Fleming for Canfield. Ritt with the basketball now, swings it back left side to Olivia Miller. She'll reverse it all the way back around now into the hands of Frankie Persia, and they lost it. Turnover for Avon Lake. Canfield looking to run now. Treveri with the basketball. Surveying, middle of the lane. Treveri with that head down, looking for some space. Got cut off. Finally finds a backdoor cutter, but the pass is just off the mark. It's out of bounds back to Avon Lake.
It was almost a tremendous save of the possession there with that pass. Just Canfield couldn't catch up to that one before it ran out of territory.
So, a couple of substitutions here for Avon Lake. And I don't have a 33 on my roster, so that is potentially troublesome here. I do have a 20, though. That is Mariella DiTullio. As we'll see if I can figure out who 33 for Avon Lake is.
That's going to be Dean, Erin Dean.
That's Erin Dean. Okay, what number do I have for her? I only have 3 for her. Okay, thank you, Jared. Appreciate that. Dean tries a right elbow jumper. As she says, you better get my number there, Rocco, as that's an Erin Dean bucket. 8-4 Avon Lake. Appreciate the assist there, partner. Treveri inside working against Olivia Miller. Got cut off. Good defense there by Olivia. Now Evelyn Ritt gets her hands on it for a steal. This Avon Lake defense, man, I remember last year it was certainly tenacious. I don't know if it's the same caliber as it is this year, as there's a travel and a turnover back to Canfield, but this Shore Gal team certainly knows how to defend under head coach Paul Apple, and head coach Matt Reel for Canfield will ask for time. We'll step aside briefly as well. 2:57 left to play here in the first quarter. Avon Lake leads Canfield 8-4 in the round of 32. We're back after this.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
.257 left to play here in this first quarter. Avon Lake leads Canfield in this Division III District Championship game, as this Avon Lake defense has certainly come to play in the early goings, but very quiet first quarter so far from Canfield's leading scorer, Jenna Treveri, and that's something that you certainly don't expect to remain the same throughout the course of this one, based on what Coach Reel was telling me about her. One of the hardest workers he's ever seen in his long time as a coach in that Canfield area. So here comes Canfield's offense into the hands of Treveri. They'll reverse it back up top now to Sophia Castronova. May take me a quarter or so to learn everybody on the floor here. Treveri, righty layup inside. That one no good. Contested well by Molly Milligan. Rebound to Avon Lake and a turnover. They threw it right back to Jenna Treveri. Coach Apple not thrilled with that turnover at all. And now Treveri earns herself a pair of free throws here. As I'll tell you what, Mariella DiTullio, just a lazy pass there, threw it right back into the hands of Treveri, and then she commits the foul as well. Check that. Evelyn Ritt picks it up, her first.
Yeah, and then despite being up 8-4 right now with 2:19 left to play here in the first period, Avon Lake 5 turnovers. So if there's something they need to clean up, those are quick. And you're talking about 1 quarter of play, still with 2 minutes left to remain.
Very good on that first free throw. Well, that nearly killed EC earlier this afternoon, Jared.
Boy,
they were racking up turnovers in a hurry against Canal Fulton Northwest. Thankfully, though, Ari Demakia, the hero of the second half, 16 points in that second half, or 14 points rather for her in that second half. Really nice afternoon for her.
Big time turnaround in the second half. It was all Demakia.
Treveri good on both in that trip to the free throw line, and she'll take a quick breather, as it will be Carly Fleming back into the ball game for her. At least I believe that was the substitution there. Perhaps it was Noelle Sally off the bench, the freshman at 5 points per game, but a real big-time contributor for Coach Reel's Canfield Cardinals. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball here. You see Dean and Milligan trying to establish position inside. They could never do it, and then Ritt turned it over. Ball right back to Canfield. And winner is on to the regional semis Thursday at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. They would play Copley who won the game prior to this one here at Elyria High this afternoon. Canfield working it around here into the hands of Loriana Janone now. She gets cut off on the baseline. Janone floats it up anyway, but missed everything short on the air ball. Rebound to Avon Lake. Evelyn Ritt, outlet pass way up ahead to Erin Dean. I don't know how it got there. She missed it. Miller, though, with the stick back. That one's no good. How about a third try for Miller? No, they'll say it's on the floor before the shot attempt. So a baseline out of bounds here for Avon Lake, but nice effort there by Olivia Miller inside to keep fighting, and that foul will go on Cece McElroy. Or no, I'm sorry, check that. That one is on Noelle Sally, her first.
Yeah, Avon Lake, especially with Dean out there now, you've got a lot more size. You've got 3 5'10s.
Yeah, certainly a lot of size to combat with. Janone comes away with the steal, though. Took it right away from Miller. Dean trying to hawk her down. Can't do it. Janone goes glass, and it's good. We're all tied at 8 with 1:30 left to go in this first half. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball now. Reverses it and gets it right back. Ritt charging right at the lane. Nobody stepped over, and that's because there was a moving screen. I think that's on Erin Dean, and it is. So Erin Dean picks up the personal. So Canfield gets it back, a chance to take their first lead now of the afternoon. Treveri Janone out there with Cece McElroy, Carly Fleming, and Noelle Sally. Treveri one-on-one with Miller, hands it off now. And it gets reversed all the way back around to Janone. Janone working off a McElroy screen, charging left of the lane, got cut off. Good defense there by Frankie Persia. Carly Fleming has it now, top of the key. Swings it right side to McElroy again. Back to Janone. Janone with Persia on her. Gets it back up top to Noelle Sally, charging middle of the lane, and she turned it over. Not on the same page with McElroy. She wanted to kick it to her. McElroy went back door, and that pass went out of bounds. A turnover back to Avon Lake. 52 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Frankie Persia out there with Evelyn Ritt, Riley Corey, Olivia Miller, and Molly Milligan. Ritt gets it into Miller right at the free throw line, and Janone reached in and got her. That'll be Loriana Janone's first, just the second team foul on Canfield here, so each side with 2 team fouls in this first quarter.
Still looking to find a rhythm in this game.
Yeah.
I know it's tied at 8, and that's a pretty good matchup, but just there's some things going on there. It's just
bit of an ugly one so far, no question. Miller, I don't know how she kept that basketball in bounds on the baseline between her and Evelyn Ritt. Now she hands it back off to Evelyn. Thought about that 3 ball, forces one inside. Milligan counted and one. Oh! A little pirouette, a little how do you do for Molly Milligan. Took the contact, put it in anyway, and it's 10-8 Avon Lake.
Boy, and you think about presence of mind of Evelyn Ritt was ready to uncork that 3-point opportunity and then made a better decision. Found her teammate down low who was able to get the hoop plus the foul, looking for a 3-point play. When you talk about the free throw shooting for Avon Lake for the Shore Gals over the season, Milligan, I believe, would measure up as one of their better tossers.
I would agree. I would certainly agree with that. I do have the numbers here. I can give that to you in a moment. Is Milligan good on the free throw?
Many times you don't see that for who you would think would be the post player.
Well, they shoot at 66% overall, does Avon Lake. And now a steal here. Miller ends up with the loose ball. Miller charging inside. Righty layup over top. The smaller defender is good. Olivia Miller now with 6 in this first quarter. Avon Lake up by 5. Down to 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Carly Fleming, middle of the lane, kicks it to McElroy. Now back to Janone. Janone with Persia on her. Back up top to Fleming. She's got 3 seconds. She's got 2. Janone at the horn. No. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here at Elyria High. Avon Lake with the momentum on their side right now after 1. They lead Canfield 13-8 in this Division III District Championship game. We're right back after this timeout.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Jared, you made a point at the end of that first quarter with Molly Milligan at the free throw line. Typically, you think of like a dominant post presence like her. You kind of equate that to poor free throw shooting just because of different stereotypes over the years, but not for her. She's 40 of 53 this season from the line, a 75% shooter coming into today. That's pretty darn good for your primary post presence.
I kind of thought both she and Miller were in the upper 70s, and the rest of the team was more along the lines of those 65, 60%ers.
Yeah, Miller at 72% in her own right, so certainly that'll play as Treveri in, out, then back in on the three ball. Wow, nice shot there for Jenna Treveri. Her first field goal of the afternoon. She had 2 free throws in that first quarter, and Canfield's back within 2 now. Evelyn Ritt hands it off to Olivia Miller, and traveled before she gave up the basketball to Riley Corey. Give it right back to the Cardinals.
Boy, and they don't like that call right there. Olivia Miller was getting ready to initiate offense and kind of feeling confident over the past couple of possessions that Avon Lake had.
A little indecisiveness from her on that possession, a rare mistake that you'll see the senior forward make. But I'm pretty confident she'll bounce back from that as this one moves on. Carly Fleming with the basketball, hands it off now to Sophia Castronova. Now into the hands of Janone, working against Persia. She'll kick it out to McElroy, who thought about that three. Instead looks to get it to Treveri, and she does. Ooh, nice move by Treveri inside, high off the glass, but she missed it. Everything but the finish there for Jenna Treveri, their leading scorer at 15 points per game. Olivia Miller driving baseline, got cut off, ran into a double team. Nice skip pass out to Persia, open three, yes! Frankie Persia strikes the trifecta. Avon Lake back up 5. Her first field goal of the game right there, and a big one. Treveri with it, now into the hands of McElroy, hands it off to Fleming. Fleming met by Evelyn Ritt. Center of the lane, kicks it back to McElroy, saved it from going out of bounds, and gets it right back to Fleming. She'll launch a high arching three ball, quick shot there, no good. Janone there for the rebound, the stick back almost went. She may have been trying to draw a foul there more than anything else, Jared, and almost made the layup anyway. Instead it's a miss and a rebound for Avon Lake. Here comes Milligan, nice skip pass over to Olivia Miller. Miller driving center of the lane, kicks it to Ritt, right back to Miller on that right wing. She'll launch a quick three, and it's pure. Back-to-back 3 balls for Avon Lake. Shore Gals extend their lead to 8. 6 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Canfield on their heels a little bit right now, unable to find anything offensively. They're giving up some perimeter shots as well defensively now. Castronova right back to Jenna Treveri. It's going to start with her, I think, Jared. If Canfield's going to get something going here this afternoon, it's going to be Jenna Treveri who initiates that. She's
certainly shown signs of why she's such a special player, so we'll see what goes on.
Carly Fleming can do it as well, and she does right there. Counted and one. Carly Fleming, their second leading scorer at 12.5 points per game. She's good there, and I think Milligan's the one picking up the foul, so Fleming a chance for one more at the charity stripe here.
It'll be Molly's first. You're right. One interesting situation in the stands right below us. Not a lot of definity in terms of who is home and away when you think about this, and I think that we've got the Avon Lake fans intermixed with the Canfield fans right in front of us, and I don't know that there'll be a brawl in girls tournament basketball, but we might see it if there was ever to be a time.
We saw a fan ejection over at North Ridgeville earlier today, so.
But he was with his brethren.
Well, that's fair enough, fair enough. Fleming only a 56% free throw shooter, so good on her to knock that one down for Canfield, and the Cardinals are back within 5. Miller has it inside, out to Persia, and oh boy, she traveled before she put the basketball down, and that one I'm not sure about. I think Olivia Miller definitely did a few possessions ago, but I don't know about that one on Frankie Persia right there, Jerry.
Yeah, I think Miller just got ahead of herself a little bit. Frankie Persia just, I think she's kind of pleading with an official. That's the thing, is you can't do that right now, because we saw that tempers flare a little bit in our game earlier today.
Never really works out your way when you go that route. Brooke Opalek into the game for the first time here for Canfield rather, as they turn it over. Avon Lake comes away with it. Olivia Miller with it, back to Evelyn Ritt. She skips it to Persia. They'll move it again to Corey. Look at that ball movement. Corey, the baseline floater, got blocked. Milligan's stick back, no, but she's fouled. And it'll be 2 free throws here for Molly Milligan. As for Canfield, that one will be on Noelle Solly, and that would be her second.
Corey was wide open there, hesitated a little bit, but not all was lost on that possession. But to reference your point, Rocco, that was excellent, crisp passing from the Shore Gals.
Milligan good on that first free throw. Substitution here for Canfield. as it'll be Jenna Havrilla into the ball game. She'll replace Carly Fleming. 4:59 left to play in this first half. Avon Lake up 6, and it stays there. Milligan's free throw rattled in and out, no good. A rebound to Treveri for Canfield. And talked about it in the pregame. This is a very proud, historic Canfield girls basketball program. 50 straight winning seasons, and that's the kind of offense that's led to it right there. Nice bucket there for Sally. Her first field goal of the afternoon. Canfield within 4. Miller had it inside. Persia open 3 ball. That one a touch too strong off back iron. Rebound to Jenna Treveri. Into the hands of Noelle Sally now. Working against Milligan one-on-one, center of the lane. Nice series of pump fakes here, nothing doing off of it though. Instead they'll kick it out. Opalik has it now in that far side corner. She works off a Treveri screen, looking to hand it off to her now, and she does as Olivia Miller switches out onto her. Treveri skips it over to Jenna Havrilla. She looks to make something happen here on offense. Nothing doing there. Good one-on-one defense here this possession by the Shore Gals. Not letting Canfield get anything easy inside. Corey had her back turn, nearly got beat on the backdoor cut. Loose ball, still fighting for it, and oh, it's a foul on Frankie Persia. She came together with Noelle Sally. And so Persia picks up the foul, and is she gonna get hit with the tech? I don't think she will. No, they'll just hold the substitutions up for a second. So Persia, first personal on her. And let's see.
I think they're giving a count.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, but nonetheless, Rachel Besaw checks in now for Avon Lake as Carly Fleming and Loriana Janone return for Canfield. 3:53 left to play in this first half. Avon Lake leads Canfield 20-16 in this Division III district final at Elyria High School. Janone inside. Boy, she's not very tall, but she is a force to be reckoned with attacking that rack. She missed it there, but Canfield hawks down the miss. Sally, a nice pump fake there. Got Dean off her feet for a second. Leads to an open 3 here for Havrilla. That one's no good. Rebound to Evelyn Ritt for Avon Lake. They'll look to push here a little bit as they work it up ahead to Olivia Miller. Erin Dean working hard inside, but they don't look at her. Right back to Miller. Now will they see Dean inside? They don't. Up to Ritt. Corey, little free throw line jumper. In and out, no good. And a rebound for Canfield. They got numbers in transition now as Dean's a little bit behind the play. Little Euro step layup is good. Oh, man, what a move. Sophia Castronova, then she steals the inbound. Then the putback no good there. Got her own miss. A second try, no. Rebound out of bounds to Avon Lake. Oh, man.
Boy, I thought that was one too many steps, but again, got it to go, and then heads-up defensive play. 11 turnovers for the Shore Gals here. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half, but that was an exchange.
Those were starting to pile up, and I think 11 was the number that Eric Rothgary's EC Panthers were at one point in that first half in our earlier game, Jared. So I imagine that will be a lot of the conversation between Coach Apple, Coach Rush, and the whole staff over there. Now another turnover on the inbounds. You got to be kidding me. Avon Lake just can't hang on to the ball right now. Havrilla, Treveri 3 for the lead is good. Jenna Treveri laces a 3-ball. And just like that, the Cardinals are up 1.
She's really coming to life here now, especially with help from teammates.
Miller inside to Riley Corey. That easy layup, no good. Milligan, the stick back is good. Molly Milligan for 2, and it's a timeout by Avon Lake head coach Paul Apple. It's a 30. We'll sneak one in ourselves. 2:29 left to play in this first half. Avon Lake 22, Canfield 21. We're back after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Back here at Avon Lake. Sorry, Jared, I forgot that was just a 30. I was expecting that second spot to hit, and it never did. So.
And we were in Elyria, not Avon Lake.
Right.
But is Avon Lake playing at Elyria?
I'm like 0 for 2 out of this. It's been a long day.
You've had a long day.
I had to corral Ron Yance earlier this morning, amongst other things. And
it's a lot of work in and of itself. Nobody would wish that upon most people, let alone.
Well, it's fitting because I did start off our broadcast year saying we were at Vermillion for the DeFranco Classic because they were playing Midview in that opening game. So it's fitting I get the venue wrong again here.
You had it figured out in terms of how you wanted to convey it, just the wrong spot.
Yeah, putting puzzle pieces in the wrong spot. But the pieces are there. That's all that counts. So 2:20 left to play here in this first half. Avon Lake up by 1. Although, like you said, Jared, those turnovers are starting to pile up on them in a hurry, and that's something they'll have to get figured out in a hurry if they hope to advance to the Sweet 16 on Thursday. Treveri with the basketball. She's come to life here in this second quarter, no doubt. She's got 6 points, both 3 balls for Treveri. She works here inside, gets it to McElroy. Nice pocket pass there from Treveri to McElroy. Her first field goal of the second quarter. Now Canfield has a 1-point lead all of a sudden. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball, ran into trouble. She turns it over. Janone has it now in transition. Lefty layup, no, but Ritt got her on the arm, and it's 2 free throws coming for Loriana Janone, the senior for Canfield, at 5 points per game. She's just kind of been all over the place here in this first half for those Cardinals, hasn't she?
A lot of energy out of her, and that's helped to propel them. And for Ritt, that's just a really devastating sequence of events there with the turnover, then the foul, trying to, maybe get some confidence back in her step.
She did one of the things, did Ritt, that so many coaches preach and try to tell you not to do. Is Janone good on that first free throw? She picked up her dribble right as she crossed that half-court line, and that's tough because then you can't pass it back behind that line, obviously. It's an over and back, and she did it near the sideline as well. So now you've got kind of 2 extra defenders with the sideline and the half-court stripe, plus the 2 Canfield defenders. It was all kinds of bad there for Evelyn Ritt. Janone splits the pair. That second one off back iron as Milligan gets the rebound. Treveri all over. I'm shocked there's no foul call there. And this is getting physical real quick, and a jump ball is the call. Possession arrow gives it to Avon Lake.
Joel Jansera, one of our officials out there, veteran Lorain County guy, 20-plus years in the business. And, Jansera says, hey, let's corral this right now.
Man. Yeah, I have a feeling this one is going to get a little bit chippy in the second half if the score remains close as it is right now. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball here, reverses it back over to Mariella DeTulio. Tough first quarter for DeTulio, and oh boy, Ritt, another turnover there. Carly Fleming took it right from her. Fleming right into the chest of Evelyn Ritt. Good defense there by Evelyn to be straight up. And now Canfield off the miss, right back to work. Treveri inside, contested well by Milligan, and it'll stay Canfield basketball. Boy, back and forth we go. This is I don't know if I can even call it a track meet, Jared. It's more physical than that. This is like a track meet meets wrestling match here.
Well, it's being played at the 30s, basically, if you think about an NFL game.
There you go, yeah.
And that's kind of what's going on.
Right between the timelines, nearly a 5-second call. The whole Avon Lake coaching staff was asking for it over there, but to no avail. Down to 70 seconds left to play here in this first half. Canfield leads Avon Lake 24-22. Janone with it. Lefty 3 balls up. It's good. Loriana Janone, they got her listed on the roster at 5 foot flat. Coach Reel was telling me earlier this week he doesn't even know if she's that tall, but she stands tall after that 3-point ball. 5-point lead now for Canfield, and another turnover. Jared, these passes are just sloppy right now for Avon Lake. Then a double dribble called on Carly Fleming to give it back to the Shore Gals, but they're just not taking care of it, Jared, plain and simple.
And you're not leading your teammates well either. That's the other thing. For a team that does pretty well moving without the basketball that we've seen throughout the season and throughout the time that Paul Apple's been here, that you're not really getting a lot of that here in the second quarter.
Jenna Havrilla back into the game for Canfield. She replaces Carly Fleming. Evelyn Ritt with the basketball, gets it to Persia, then right back to Ritt, and they'll play a little 2-man game here. Right back to Ritt. Thought about the 3, instead reverses to Persia. They're looking for Milligan inside, but Canfield's doing well to deny her. Now to Persia. They'll swing it to Riley Corey. Good look for 3. It's good. Riley Corey, her first field goal of the second quarter. Second bucket of the night for her. Avon Lake back within a deuce. 27-25. 15 seconds left to play in this first half. Jenna Treveri would seemingly certainly look to get this final shot here for Canfield. They get it now to Castronova. Right back to Treveri on that far wing. Treveri on the rack attack. Lefty layup sent away by Olivia Miller. 1 second left to go in this first half. Ritt launches after the horn, and that'll do it for one half here at Elyria High School. Everybody catch their breath and everybody hold on. We got a doozy of a Division III district championship game here today at Elyria. Our score at the intermission, it's Canfield 27, Avon Lake 25. We are right back with the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
It is the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. The Duck, Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Reserve your tee time today and play your next round at the Duck. We appreciate them hopping on for tournament coverage, along with all of our sponsors, and I'll remind you of them here. They are Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, Mallard Creek Golf Club, again our halftime show sponsor, and of course our friends over at EcoTree Services, your complete tree care company. Well, our score here at the break, Canfield leads Avon Lake by a deuce, 27-25 our score. As we take a look at some of the individual scoring numbers for both sides, we can start with Canfield, and I guess I should even start with this before diving into those individual numbers. The offense, Jared, really springing to life in that second quarter. Each team knocking down three balls in that second quarter. So, again, both teams starting to find their rhythm, find their groove a little bit offensively. So that certainly bodes for an entertaining and exciting second half. But again, individual scoring numbers look like this. It is Jenna Treveri right now leading the way for Canfield. No real surprise there. She had just 2 free throws after that first quarter, splashed 2 3-balls in that second quarter. 8 points for Jenna Treveri after 1 half of play. Loriana Janone came to life as well in that second quarter. She's got 6 here at the intermission. Sophia Castronova with 4 points, along with Cece McElroy, she has 4 as well. Carly Fleming has 3. Noelle Sally has 2 off the bench for Canfield. For Avon Lake, Olivia Miller right now doing the lifting offensively. She's got 9 points on that side. Molly Milligan with 6, so again, no real surprise there. Miller and Milligan, their 2 leading scorers, and that is the case right now through 1 half of play against Canfield. Riley Corey has 5, Frankie Persia has 3, and Erin Dean has 2 points off the bench as Canfield won that second quarter in big-time fashion, outscoring Avon Lake 19-12 in that second period to carry this 2-point lead into the break.
Looking at some team stats in that first half of play for the Shore Gals. Again, down 2 here at the intermission, 27-25. 10 of 19 from the field, so 53% there. Shore Gals maybe not having a problem connecting as much as they're just not getting a whole lot of opportunities. That happens when you have 15 turnovers in the first half. So some of those possessions just haven't come to fruition. Even with a miss, it's not an empty possession like a turnover would be. 3 of 5 from downtown. Pretty good numbers there for the Shore Gals. 2 of 3 at the line. Pretty much where they're at for the season. 15 rebounds, so they've done a good job on the boards. But again, those 15 turnovers plaguing them here, especially in that second quarter when Canfield was able to build a lead. And it's actually up to was it 7? When it was only 5. It was a 5-point lead at one point. But they were
Avon Lake, you're saying, or for Canfield?
For Canfield, but it was a 10-point swing.
Correct.
Because it went 5. Yeah, exactly. So you did exactly what I wanted you to do there and give me that number that it was. So a 10-point swing. And that all happened in that second period of play where they took the momentum. For Canfield in that first half of play, 10 of 28 from the field. Not a great shooting night, but the point is they made some buckets in that second quarter when the comeback began. So 10 of 28 for 36% there. 4 of 5 at the line, 9 boards, 6 turnovers in the first half of play for Canfield. Score to pass along as it applies to not necessarily SWC conference play, but the Lady Bulldogs of Olmsted Falls defeated the Lawyers of John Marshall 61-26 in tournament play. Jordan Eaton and company just rolling right along as expected, I think, when you talk about postseason play. And, of course, our ball game earlier, Division 4 over at North Ridgeville. Elyria Catholic got the win. What was the final there, Rock Dog?
52-43, I want to say was the final.
It was a
there.
9-point difference.
Right? Zach Sprague's nodding his head. Look, see, he's
so
dynamite, Zach Sprague over there.
The new phone. He can do things.
Oh gosh.
That's what it is. It's just you turn it on, you're like, oh, the new phone does this? Better than what we had before. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we had a bunch of other games as well that I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you to find scores on those, but Keystone boys and girls were both in action today. North Ridgeville girls are in action right now, so I'm sure we can probably effort some scores at some point here on the broadcast. But why don't we step aside, sneak in another timeout. When we return, we'll put the finishing touches on our halftime show and get you ready for third quarter action. As our score after one half of play, it is Canfield 27, Avon Lake 25. We're back with more of the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
About a minute left here in our Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Again, reserve your tee time today at the Duck. Visit them at themallardcreek.com. Rock Anushi, Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague, all here with you guys this afternoon. And a big thanks to everybody, first and foremost, our sponsors for making our broadcast today possible. But for everybody tuning in, starting from the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show this morning to our Division 4 District Championship game at 1 over at North Ridgeville. Congratulations again to Eric Rothgary and his Elyria Catholic Panthers for punching their ticket to the regional round once again. To everybody tuning in now, certainly a full slate of high school hoops coverage today on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. So just certainly want to thank and appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we certainly appreciate all of our viewers and listeners throughout the course of the regular season, and especially come postseason time. And we talk about it, pretty much all year, and the February frenzy, as Rob likes to put it, into the March Madness. It's hard to beat, especially if you're a basketball nut like me, right? It is hard to beat this time of year for environments like this. I mean, that was about as physical and entertaining 16 minutes of basketball, Jared, as you might see in a high school girls postseason contest.
I'd agree, and I think that our staff here, the officials, Joel Chancera, Dominic Flaviana, they've had their hands full at times, but they got it under control, and you like to see that.
It's the biggest thing. If you can just control the game and make it so everybody kind of understands what's a foul, what isn't a foul, what's going to fly, what's not. If everybody's kind of under that same understanding, which is way easier said than done, but if you can do it, you're in pretty good shape, and so far so good after 16 minutes.
And I think you set the tone for the second half where
Correct.
there's no mystery as to what's going to fly.
Absolutely. Now, we'll see how these next 16 minutes go.
Right.
But 2-point lead for Canfield. They have the basketball to start. Nice pass to McElroy, but she elected not to take the three. Instead, hands it off to Carly Fleming. Now right back to Loriana Janone. Janone working one-on-one with Frankie Persia. Hands it off to McElroy. McElroy looking for a teammate to pass to. Maybe got away with a walk, but Castronova comes out to bail her out. Riley Corey on her. Sets a screen now for Jenna Treveri. Treveri, righty scoop, layup, no. Contested well by Olivia Miller. Molly Milligan there for the defensive glass for Avon Lake. Evelyn Ritt up ahead to Olivia Miller. Right back to Evelyn Ritt, who will reset the offense as Paul Apple barks out the instructions. Miller inside to Persia, wide open three, no. A rebound poked around, eventually grabbed by Treveri for Canfield. Good offense there for Avon Lake, just couldn't get it to fall. Fleming inside, ooh, and a foul, as it's either gonna be Milligan or Ritt, and I think it's Milligan who sends Carly Fleming to the line. No, it is Evelyn Ritt who picks up foul number 3. So Ritt picks up her third. Fleming a chance to go to the free throw line. I think she is just 1 of 1 today, is Fleming at the charity stripe. 2 coming her way here. First one is no good, left it short. Paul Apple leaving Evelyn Ritt in with those 3 fouls. I think it's just one of those situations where, hey, it's a district championship game. You gotta trust your player out there. One more here for Fleming. That one's good. So Fleming, the first point for either side here to start this second half. Canfield up by 3, 28-25. Ritt with it, gives it to Riley Corey, right back to Evelyn Ritt now. Looking to get it inside to Olivia Miller. They do chest that, and Olivia Miller goes glass, and it's good. Paul Apple wanted a foul over there, and he maybe should have gotten one there for Olivia Miller, but she finishes through the contact nonetheless. Shore Gals back within 1.
Pretty animate. So are the Avon Lake fans right in front of us. Again, intermixed with some of the Canfield fans.
McElroy with the basketball to Treveri. Thought she might fire that 3-ball. Instead puts it on the deck. Olivia Miller right there with her, though, and sent that shot away. Nice rejection there by Olivia Miller. Canfield keeps the possession alive, though. Loriana Janone now with it. One-on-one with Frankie Persia. She got cut off. Persia comes in to get it. That's got to be a foul or a travel. Instead, they call nothing. Fleming inside, and oh boy, this is what I'm talking about, Jared. When things get off the rails a little bit, it can get dicey in a hurry. Fleming went sprawling to the deck there. No foul call, but another offensive rebound for Canfield here. McElroy with it inside. Hands it to Treveri. Treveri falling out of bounds. No call as she kept herself in bounds. Now Janone's got it. She'll fire for 3. No, a touch too strong off the back of the iron. A rebound to Avon Lake.
A lot of looks for Canfield there and nothing to show for in that possession. You mentioned some collisions down there.
That was physical. That was physical. They're letting them play, though, here in this third quarter. No doubt about that. Ritt with the basketball now to Riley Corey. Right back to Evelyn Ritt. They'll work it around inside to Milligan now. Milligan puts the ball on the deck. Hands it to Persia, who threw it away. Carly Fleming intercepts that pass to Ritt, and then she missed the layup. Oh, my goodness. Carly Fleming would have been maybe the easiest 2 points of the ball game, and she missed it. Ritt inside. Nice pocket pass to Milligan, who goes glass, and it's good.
And that's why, if you're Paul Apple, you have the faith in your point guard to say, you know what, you can go out there and facilitate this offense. She got out there, beat the defense, and found the open person in Molly Milligan for a good bucket.
That's a great pass there. And that's good talent there by Milligan as well. You got to catch and get that up at the rim in a hurry because you know the defense is converging. She did just that. Nice finish. Shore Gals back up 1. Castronova inside. Riley Corey cut her off. She kicks it out to Carly Fleming. Now to Loriana Janone. Works off a Fleming screen. Gets it to McElroy on the baseline, who doesn't do much with it. Instead gets it right back to Loriana Janone. Janone picked her dribble up in the corner. Canfield girls have been doing that a lot. They'll take 1 or 2 dribbles. They'll pick it up and then kind of look to kick it to a teammate. Treveri inside. Lefty layup. No. A lot of contact again. Head coach Matt Reel can't believe it. He's as animated as I've seen him today, but no foul call. The look inside to Milligan. She goes down and no foul call there. Outlet pass to an open Treveri. Righty layup is good. First field goal for Canfield here in this third quarter comes halfway through. 4:04 and counting left to play here in the third. Canfield back on top by 1. 30-29. This game has gotten physical in a hurry. Milligan never saw Fleming behind her, and Fleming forced the turnover. Janone now with the basketball. Hands it off to Treveri. Oh, I thought she'd launch the three ball. Instead, she pulls it down. Fleming, though, open for three. That one no good. McElroy there for the rebound. And now head coach Matt Reel wants a timeout. We'll step aside and take one as well. 3:41 left to play here in this third quarter. It's Canfield 30, Avon Lake 29. We're right back with more of this Division III District Championship game after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
3:41 left to play in this third quarter at Elyria High School, the site for this Division III District Championship game. Canfield leads Avon Lake 30-29. Do once again want to shout out Eric Rothgary and his Elyria Catholic Lady Panthers knocking off Canal Fulton Northwest in a real tough game earlier over at North Ridgeville. They win it 52-43, and they're on to the Sweet 16 on Wednesday, presumably to play Laurel. I don't know who Laurel was facing afterwards in that game at North Ridgeville, the follow-up game to the EC win, but confident that Laurel would advance in that one. Remembering what I looked at earlier on the bracket this week.
They're always good.
Yeah, that they are. Paul Apple was telling me just as much pregame when I had a quick chat with him, and Treveri shoved on the baseline. Olivia Miller sent her sprawling to the deck. Great sportsmanship, though, there by Olivia Miller to help pick Treveri right back up. So Miller picks up her first personal. Sportsmanship not always had a premium in some of these district championship games, Jared, so it's good to see the young ladies still put that on display here as Erin Dean returns for Avon Lake. She'll replace Riley Corey.
It has been today, and it was earlier today as well in that game. It was spirited, as you mentioned, but certainly I think they were both cognizant that was a pretty hard-fought game.
Absolutely. Carly Fleming inside. She beat Evelyn Ritt off the bounce for two, and Fleming, her first field goal of this third quarter. She had 3 points in the second. She's got 3 points here in the third, and Canfield leads by 3 with 3:04 left to play now in this third quarter. A lot of threes there in that sequence. Evelyn Ritt with it, gives it to Frankie Persia. They work it inside to Erin Dean now. They've been looking for that high-low action that they got their first 2 or 3 buckets off of, Jared. Just hasn't really formulated since then, and that's maybe why. Great interior defense there by Canfield to get a hand on it, force it out of bounds. It'll stay with Avon Lake.
You're correct. There's been adjustments, and we talked about that leading into some of those 15 first-half turnovers. It changed fundamentally in the second quarter of play, and those opportunities and looks haven't been there down low.
Loriana Janone returns in place of Carly Fleming for Canfield. As Ritt gets it into Olivia Miller, and she blew it inside. Boy, that's a great look for Olivia Miller. Just couldn't convert. And a jump ball there as Milligan got tied up with one of the Cardinals. It'll stay with Avon Lake.
Yeah, good timing for them. Just didn't execute. You might want to go back to something similar right now.
Yep. Evelyn Ritt set to trigger the inbound, gets it into Olivia Miller. Miller looking to make something happen here. Picks up her dribble after she got cut off, hands it off to Evelyn Ritt. Ritt now with it. Fires over to Frankie Persia, now right back to Evelyn. They'll swing it over to Olivia Miller. Cross court to Frankie Persia. Molly Milligan trying to get herself established inside. They just can't find a way to get her the basketball because you don't want to turn it over trying to force something, but you got to find a way to get it to her. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. Milligan had some space. Pass just wasn't quite there as Treveri intercepted it. Castronova now with the basketball for Canfield. One-on-one with Erin Dean. Scoop layup, good. Boy, that is a great take by Sophia Castronova. Just took it right at Erin Dean, and it's a 5-point lead now for Canfield.
3 straight positive possessions for Canfield, 3 straight buckets after struggling to start this third period.
A little bit of a danger zone, I think, right now for Avon Lake, and another turnover. They're down 5, and Canfield a chance to extend that lead now. Janone with the basketball, gets it back to Treveri. All right, back to Loriana Janone, and she'll bring it all the way back out near the volleyball line to reset the offense. As head coach Matt Reel, well, not barking out instructions. These girls already know what they want to get into here offensively. Sally inside, nice shot fake to get Milligan off her feet a little bit anyway, but Sally couldn't finish it. Rebound to Avon Lake. Big possession here, I think, for the Shore Gals to try to get this back to a 1-possession game. Just 2 field goals here for them in this third quarter. After scoring 12 in that second. They scored 13 in the first, 12 in the second. Just 4 points now for them here in this third quarter. trending the wrong way. Milligan inside. That's a nice take right into Noelle Sally as Molly Milligan went glass and scored in a timeout for Avon Lake after the bucket. We'll sneak one in as well. 1:09 left in this third quarter. It's Canfield 34, Avon Lake 31. We'll be right back.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Jared, this is one of those games that could very easily be in the regional round because you look at last year's teams for each side here. Avon Lake, obviously we know about them falling in the state championship game to Purcell Marion. But Canfield, they're coming off a regional semifinal loss to Streetsboro last year, 51-45. So safe to say both sides obviously are very hungry to get back to that regional round, and it's almost kind of a shame that one of them has to fall here at the district level.
Based on what we're seeing right now, I would agree, and based on the pedigree that their program has shown over the past 50 seasons.
This is high-level varsity girls basketball here this afternoon, no question. Two really high-level games we've gotten to take in here on WEOL. It's been a pleasure. As Sally inside missed it but got fouled, and Noelle Sally has 2 free throws coming here for Canfield, as it will be. Was that Milligan who got her? I missed what the official. There's a couple of maroon jerseys
I didn't see the indicator,
in there. But it is, no, check that. It is DeTulio. Mariella DeTulio picks up her first personal, sending Sally to the line for a pair. First one, man, every part of the rim and then bounced out. No good. Sally at the line this season, a 54% free throw shooter. Canfield as a team shoots it at a 59% clip from the line. Second free throw, bounces around and in. So Sally, her first point now of the third quarter. It's a 4-point Canfield lead with 49 seconds left in this third quarter. Evelyn Ritt walking it across that half-court stripe as she barks out the offensive play call here. Riley Corey with it now. Back to Evelyn Ritt, looking inside for Olivia Miller, and McElroy came over the top for an over-the-back foul. So McElroy will pick up her first for Canfield, and it'll be a baseline out-of-bounds situation here for Avon Lake. Just the first team foul on Canfield here in this third quarter. That's hard to believe with how physical this has been.
And, yeah, that was the thing. I think Zach Sprague made that mention to us during one of the breaks that, hey, no foul so far.
Ritt wide open three. No, left it short, no good. A rebound, Carly Fleming for Canfield. 25 seconds left in this third quarter. Big possession here for both sides. Canfield a chance to really extend their lead. Avon Lake just trying to keep this as close as possible heading into the fourth quarter.
My guess is that Canfield's going to be able to have the discipline to hold.
Yeah. And Avon Lake content to let them do just that. Down to 10 seconds now. We're down to 8. Castronova with it. Down to 5 seconds. Treveri on the backdoor cut. Miller sent it away and a foul. Oh, man. Maybe they'll say Miller got her on the body, and it'd be tough to argue as there was some contact between Olivia Miller and Jenna Treveri. And so Miller will pick up the foul, and Treveri will pick up a pair of free throw opportunities here.
Well, and it's unique because Miller's had 2 really clean blocks in this game on very similar type plays. So why not go back to the well is what she's thinking. But that time just a little bit more effective in terms of the offensive presence.
Treveri good on that first free throw. 3.4 seconds left on that third quarter clock. One more coming here for Jenna. That one's short, no good. Rebound, Olivia Miller. She's got 2 seconds. She's got 1. She'll fire toward the rim, and it hits the netting. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. So 8 more minutes to decide a district championship here at Elyria High School. Our score, it's Canfield 36, Avon Lake 31. We're right back with the fourth quarter after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Boy, Jared, this is a emotional Elyria High gymnasium right now, rivaling the emotions that we see in these Elyria-Lorraine games here at Pioneer Country. I mean, my goodness, these are two teams that won it, and they won it bad, and for good reason. The district championship and a chance to go to the Sweet 16. Canfield with a 5-point lead in the ball to start this fourth quarter. Can Paul Apple and the Avon Lake Shore Gals find a way to come back and win this one?
Well, like you said, there's two teams that won it. I think in some of those matchups you just mentioned, that's good old-fashioned dislike between those two school systems.
That's very fair, very fair. Treveri, left-handed push shot, no good. A rebound secured by Molly Milligan for Avon Lake. It's a big stop right there. Now can they find a way to score on the other end? Evelyn Ritt with it. Oh, I thought Frankie Persia was going to launch for three. She wisely pulls it down. Corey, an errant pass to Milligan inside. Just wasn't there.
And while they've cut down on the turnovers, they're still just coming at inopportune times for the Shore Gals.
Again, Avon Lake, they're really trying to get that high-low action going. It worked early and often for them here today, but credit Canfield. They've made the adjustments to start to front that low post a little bit more and take those opportunities from Avon Lake away. Carly Fleming with it, hands it off to Loriana Janone. Janone, a couple of big shots for Canfield here this afternoon. Gets it back to Cece Muckleroy. Muckleroy, not really a perimeter threat, looks to get it to Treveri, and she does. Treveri working against Milligan inside, flips it up with the left hand, no good. Muckleroy there for the rebound. Fleming tries her luck from three, and it's there! Carly Fleming, a huge three ball. Canfield leads by 8. Avon Lake in some trouble here at the start of this fourth quarter. Persia nearly threw it away. Fleming saves it. It is a turnover. How did that ball stay in bounds? Treveri, center of the lane. Janone, back to Castronova. Three, good. Timeout, Avon Lake. Shore Gals are in big trouble. Back-to-back threes for Canfield, and the Cardinal faithful can feel it. With 6:11 left to play in this fourth quarter. It's Canfield 42, Avon Lake 31. We're back after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Well, Jared, an 11-point deficit for Avon Lake. And in a game like this, after a third quarter like we just saw, where offense was starting to become a premium with both defenses really getting themselves locked in, that's a bigger margin than it might appear right now for Paul Apple and the Shore Gals.
And you're not doing it justice there by painting the picture that way, because the first three puts you down 8 if you're Avon Lake, and then the back-to-back threes coming off of a just a turnover that can't really be explained over there near the Avon Lake sideline to result in the second three that goes up the double-digit deficit. That's a ton of points with 6:09 left.
Well, I think that's the number we're going to be looking at post-game. If Avon Lake is unable to come back in this one, it's the turnovers. Just haven't had enough shots at the rim. And right on cue, Ritt turns it over again as Fleming lost the basketball shortly after. Milligan gets it right back, and then Treveri fouls her. So this defense for Canfield has been suffocating here this afternoon. No question about that. And is it Treveri who picks up the foul? I think it is. So that'll be her first personal.
But coming out of a full timeout like that, you thought there'd be something better in that possession. Still not empty because they get the ball back, but
Fleming just all over Evelyn Ritt, and Paul Apple, he is just barking over there for a foul call. His girls just are not getting it, and now they do as Fleming reaches around and gets Olivia Miller on the arms. So Fleming picks up her first personal. That's just the third foul on Canfield this whole half. Second team foul this quarter. Avon Lake picked up 4 in that third quarter. So where's the offense going to come from right now for the Shore Gals of Avon Lake? You'd figure Olivia Miller somehow, some way has got to get going. And there's a layup attempt, no, but McElroy bumped her, and it's 2 free throws coming for Olivia Miller as McElroy picks up personal foul number 2, third team foul on Canfield. So now all of a sudden that bonus starts to become a factor.
Sure, and that's a good thing if you're an Avon Lake Shore Gal fan, but you're also thinking to yourself, in and amongst this, you're going to the free throw line, the clock stopped. 29 seconds came off the clock, and for Avon Lake, they've got to move faster offensively in terms of that execution because you're not going to get a whole lot more opportunities the way that we've seen this team kind of be able to be disciplined, meaning Canfield.
And that's, I think, maybe the difference right now between this year's Avon Lake team and last. I think last year's team just had a little more offensive firepower. Just from a balance standpoint, you had really a handful of girls that can hurt you, and that's no discredit to any of these Shore gals out there right now. They're all fine basketball players, but that offense just not quite as potent, I don't think, this time around. But they got 5.5 minutes to try to figure it out. McElroy inside, tries to force it to Treveri, nearly lost it out of bounds, but saves it. Treveri stuck in the center of the lane. Coach Apple barking, asking, pleading for a 3-second call. Not going to get it as Loriana Janone wheels it back up top here for Canfield.
Oh, no. Some of the things that have gone on this afternoon, you're not going to get 3 seconds.
Carly Fleming inside. She just beat Persia off the bounce. Milligan was late on the help, and it's 2 more for Fleming. She's had a really strong second half as Carly Fleming. Persia with the basketball, gets it to Evelyn Ritt inside to Riley Corey. Her turnaround jumper is good. That's a big bucket there for Riley Corey. Shore Gals back within 10. Got to get some sort of defensive pressure going somehow, some way right now if you're Avon Lake. Fleming with the basketball to Janone, rather. Now Fleming gets it right back. Spinning away from Olivia Miller. Now back to Loriana Janone. This is the tough part for Avon Lake. You're going to have to expend so much energy creating defensive pressure because there's no shot clock at the high school level, as we all know. So Canfield is more than content to work some time off the clock each and every possession. Can Avon Lake dig deep? Evelyn Ritt with Carly Fleming. Now Castronova has it against Riley Corey. Castronova inside, maybe got away with a walk. Nice backdoor cut by Carly Fleming. She missed it. McElroy, the stick back is good. And Canfield right now just wearing down this Avon Lake defense, and CeCe McElroy has had a lot to do with that. She has been all over the glass. Olivia Miller skipped past to Persia, and she lost it. Persia tried to get it inside to Milligan, but it was tipped and intercepted. Janone pocket pass to McElroy, and she traveled. CeCe McElroy, a couple of extra steps there.
Waiting for this for a while. That was the first turnover on Canfield in the second half, so you played 12 minutes plus
it's a huge difference maker.
Pretty clean basketball.
Well, Coach Apple talked about that on the pregame show, or not the pregame show, the wrap-up show earlier this morning. The defensive pressure that Canfield poses is certainly difficult. Well, and he also referenced kind of a unique zone that Canfield runs as well, and I think that has a lot to do sort of with the dysfunction that we're seeing from Avon Lake offensively right now. Miller missed that 3-ball. Corey left it short on the putback. Erin Dean unable to secure the rebound, and it goes right back to Canfield.
Yeah, and you're looking at being down a dozen, coming up on the 3.5-minute mark here. Something's got to happen for Avon Lake to generate a stop.
And we'll see if this full court pressure could go towards that as Loriana Janone gets it on the inbound. She gets it up ahead to Havrilla. She'll skip it across the court to Castronova. Now inside to Sally. That's just great ball movement and an easy bucket inside. I mean, Jared, not to say that there's nothing you can do about it if you're Avon Lake, because there always is something you can do defensively, but about as close to that as you can get right there. That's just great offense and great movement there by Canfield.
Execution was at a premium there.
Olivia Miller inside. That layup no good as she took the contact. And now what? Is it a jump ball? It is on the rebound. Possession arrow keeps it with Avon Lake. But it's just offense like that. It's execution like that. You mentioned the lack of turnover. It's just one in this whole second half. Jared, there's a reason this program has had 50 straight winning seasons. I mean, that is nothing to scoff at, and you're seeing why right here.
Yeah, it's really materializing right in front of us. And for the Shore Gals, just like you said, not a whole lot they can do in terms of just watching it unfold.
This is a really good Avon Lake team that has given some really good teams some fits all season long. They've just been stifled here in the second half. Open 3 for DeTulio. In and out, no good. Rebound, Treveri. Evelyn Ritt, though, got her hands in the cookie jar, nearly took it away, but Canfield able to get it right back. Evelyn Ritt now slow to get up a little bit behind the play. She's all right, though, jogging back on defense. Nice pass inside. Sally again. The easy deuce.
Yeah, 16 points, 2.5 minutes is starting to become elementary, and some of the fans are starting to pile out here too.
Reality setting in, I think, for both sides a little bit right now. Is Dean inside, lefty layup no good, a rebound, Treveri, one and done, that tripped out. That's the other thing I think right now for Avon Lake, Jared. There's just nothing doing offensively in terms of rebounding. They're getting some defensive rebounds, sure, but nothing on the offensive side, whereas on this side for Canfield, McElroy, she's been eating the offensive glass all afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a really consistent second chance opportunity for Avon Lake this half.
Loriana Janone with 2 minutes left to play now in this ball game will get bumped and fouled by Evelyn Ritt, and that'll be the first team foul on Avon Lake. So now kind of a double whammy for the Shore Gals. You haven't fouled this quarter, but now you're going to have to start piling them up quickly just to send Canfield to the line.
And a couple new bodies coming in for Avon Lake. We'll see if that's because of a foul situation or if just there's a strategy about getting some other people in.
So it is.
Oh, yeah, Ritt's going to sit down.
Yeah, Besaw is in, as is, I think, Bree Droke for the Shore Gals as well. So you just need some energy, and you need somebody to try to play some defense right now, I think, if you're Avon Lake. No other way around it. As that pass intercepted by Olivia Miller. There's a good start with 1:50 left to go, but you got 16 points to try to make up and not much time to do it. Miller fires it over to Droke in the corner. Now right back to Olivia Miller. Thought she might opt for that step back three. Instead, she pulls it down. Corey will fire for three. It's pure. Riley Corey, a big three ball, as Paul Apple will ask for a full timeout. We'll step aside as well with 1:37. Our score, Canfield 50, Avon Lake 37. We're back with more after this.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Well, thanks to LCCC and all of our sponsors for today's broadcast, starting all the way back at 9 o'clock this morning with the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show, and now concluding this afternoon with this Division III District Championship game. A lot of work to do for Avon Lake in a short amount of time to try to do it. They trail Canfield by 13 with a chance to advance to Canton next week on the line. Regional semi-spot awaiting one of these two sides. Looking like it might be Canfield unless Avon Lake has something in their hat right now. Carly Fleming to Treveri, now back to Loriana Janone. Janone with it, met by Evelyn Ritt, and she's tired. Evelyn Ritt is tired. Janone got right by her and laid it in for two. This is a exhausted Shore Gal basketball team right now, Jared. You can see it right there on that possession.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and that's tough when you're thinking about a senior that's meant so much to this program. Doesn't want to go out like this, and like you said, just physically worn out.
Just out of gas, I think, as Corey missed that one on the front end of the iron. No good. Rebound to Canfield. We're down to 60 seconds, and Olivia Miller will foul. Olivia Miller committing the foul. That will be her third personal, just the second team foul, so you're going to see some more of that just to send Canfield to the line, as the Cardinal fans in front of us can feel it.
And I'm not sure if when this goes under a minute how much more of that you will see.
That's exactly right. We'll see what Paul Apple decides to do over there. Hats off to him, his staff, our good buddy Mike Rush, obviously a good colleague of ours. Tremendous season again for them. It's really been an awesome stretch since Coach Apple took over this program, and I know this season it looks like it's going to fall short here today, but overall, just a really good body of work that him and his Shore Gals put together year after year under his tutelage.
Some of the best, and when you think about the consistency of it now, as we've seen it materialize over the years, and just you know, I mean, the commitment to it, and it's, you know, they're going to lose some key pieces this year
for sure
with Miller and Ritt, but I mean, I think you're also going to look at that, and I think Dean's is she a junior?
She is a senior.
She's a senior as
Milligan
well.
Milligan a junior though. She'll be back.
Milligan a junior, so there's still some pieces there, and Corey's certainly really good, but just, you know, I mean, I think you'd feel good about where the program's at, but you thought maybe you had one more look with this group.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you what, part of the tough aspect of this is Ritt picks up another personal foul there. They lost Alyssa Jones at the start of this season with a bad injury, and she hasn't been able to play at all. So, you know, maybe that changes today's outcome. Maybe this matchup doesn't even happen if she's able to play, right? If that changes what Avon Lake would have been seeded, who's to say? There's all kinds of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But again, overall, you look at the body of work for Paul Apple and these Shore gals. They've just been nothing but respectable from the outside looking in. 35 seconds left to go. Here's Castronova, gets it back to Treveri. We'll see if Avon Lake continues to foul. Erin Dean looking like she might, as they will hound Jenna Treveri, and now they do foul. And will it be Evelyn Ritt? And if it is, that would be her 5th and final foul. It is not. I think it's Erin Dean who they will tag with it. So Erin Dean picks up another personal, and it will be Jenna Treveri to the line for some more free throws. Treveri, just 11 points for her, so not the star-studded effort that some Canfield fans might be accustomed to seeing from her, but a very balanced offensive attack here today for the Cardinals.
Well, and I think what she meant to her teammates in terms of getting them going in that second quarter, making a couple of a three-pointer, driving, penetrating, setting them up, and you saw a more well-rounded effort out of these guys. You look at that, you've got 8s, 9s, 12s. I mean,
a lot of crooked numbers up there.
Everybody up there has contributed that's in the game right now, and then some that aren't.
Very good on both of those free throws, and she will exit to a thunderous applause here from the Canfield faithful with 28 seconds left to go. The Cardinals will get a couple of other girls into the ball game here, and they will certainly spring to life here as these final 20 seconds or so work their way off the game clock. DeTulio catches that pass from Ritt. Nowhere to go with it here. DeTulio looking for a teammate, finally finds one. And that is Rachel Besaw. Now to Evelyn Ritt. They'll get it inside to Erin Dean. Back to DeTulio. DeTulio driving inside, and she got fouled on that pass with 8.8 seconds left to play now. More substitutions here for Canfield, as it'll be Harper Venrose, the sophomore, checking in. She will replace Sophia Castronova.
Paul Apple's going to let his seniors stay on the floor.
That's tough. That is a tough way to go in a game that you thought might end a little closer than it has, as Miller gets one final three ball off. That one's no good. A rebound inside. DeTulio puts one up. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it. The Canfield Cardinals come to Elyria High, and they take it to the Shore Gals of Avon Lake. They capture this Division III District Championship by a final score of 54-37. Hats off to Paul Apple and the Shore Gals for a fantastic season, and congratulations to Canfield head coach Matt Reel in his 12th season. He told me the expectation, compete for district championships and maybe even beyond that. 50 straight winning seasons for Canfield, and you see some of that, program history and tradition on display here today. Again, they win it over Avon Lake 54-37. When we will get to our post-game show, we'll look at some of the individual scoring numbers. We'll look at some of the team numbers. We'll see what kind of scores Jared can find from around the area, and we'll say goodbye for today as we look forward to more tournament coverage next week. But again, your final score here today, Canfield 54, Avon Lake 37. We're back with more after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week, and good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
So it is a final here at Elyria High School. Canfield knocks off Avon Lake 54-37 to capture the Division III District Championship. They will advance to Thursday's regional semi at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse to take on Copley. So congratulations certainly in order for 12th year head coach Matt Reel. And again, if you missed it, I mean, this is a Canfield program where it's been 50 straight winning seasons. They've only had 3 head coaches in that time. That all started with 22-year head coach Bill Wolf. He passed away from cancer in 2018. He went 357-69 with 13 conference titles, 2 state tournament appearances. So that's kind of really where this started. Pat Pavlansky, who's now an assistant for Matt Reel, took over the program after that, really continued that success and then passed the torch now to Coach Reel. So this is a Canfield program that is very proud, as you can tell from the faithful below us, that we're very loud and boisterous here this afternoon, and for good reason. These girls can play some high-level basketball, and their tournament dreams will continue next week in the regional round. And for Avon Lake, again, congratulations to Paul Apple and his Shore Gals. Another fantastic season for them. Always, hate when they have a season come to a close. They were hoping for, probably bigger and better results this season after a state championship appearance last year, but that's how it goes sometimes. They ran into a buzzsaw here today in Canfield as the Cardinals win it 54-37. Rocco Nushi, Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague all here with you, as we'll take a look at some of the individual scoring numbers here first before I hand things off to Jared for a quick moment. Jenna Treveri leading the way for all scorers today and led Canfield with those 13 points. Carly Fleming flanking her with 11. They are the 2 leading scorers for the Cardinals, so no surprise there. Sophia Castronova poured in 8. Janone had 8. Loriana Janone, I should say, had 8. Jenna Havrilla had 7 off the bench. Cece Muckleroy added 6, but really did a number as far as rebounding goes today for Canfield. She kept a lot of possessions alive for the Cardinals and really stole some extra possessions for her team as well. For Avon Lake, Olivia Miller caps off a fantastic career with a 12-point performance here today. Riley Corey added 10, as did Molly Milligan. Frankie Persia with 3, and Erin Dean with 3. Unfortunately for Evelyn Ritt, a scoreless ball game to conclude her senior campaign, but a really stellar career and season for Evelyn Ritt. No question about that. Just a big shout out to all the Avon Lake seniors, Olivia Miller, Evelyn Ritt, Erin Dean, and Mariella DiTullio. Really fantastic 4-year careers for those individuals. So again, a final 54-37. Jared, I know you've been tallying some team stats over there. I see you perusing social media to find some scores. I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but what do you got?
Well, I also think we're a little bit ahead of everybody right now when you think about a 4 o'clock game. Yeah, we're only about 10 after 5. So yeah. Numbers-wise, let's go over that. For the Avon Lake Shore Gals, again, their season comes to a close here in a district final at Elyria, 54-37 at the hands of Canfield. 15 of 35 from the field, 43%. Again, not a terrible number when you think about a shooting percentage, but the big one that sticks out to me, just 35 attempts. Not getting a lot of looks at the basket. They went from 19 in the first half to 16 in the second half, so it actually went further south in that regard. 3 of 5 at the line, 24 rebounds, 23 turnovers. Now, only 8 of those came in the second half, so they did a much better job. But is it a situation of having buried themselves in that first half and allowing that comeback to start in the second quarter that really plagued the Shore Gals in the second half there with the 15 turnovers in that first half? For Canfield, again, they'll go on to a regional semi-appearance. They were 20 of 49 from the field, just over 40%, relatively the same shooting percentage. 9 of 13 at the line, so right around 70% there. Went a lot more, especially in that second half. 19 rebounds, did not get embarrassed in that battle. And then 8 turnovers. So just 2 of those coming in the second half. When you needed poise and you needed a game plan and execution, the Cardinals are able to come through.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked ad nauseum just about the tradition within that program and the culture that they have established forever ago, and that continues today. And you can just see it on display, right, when they just looked so in sync today. And that's not a dig at Avon Lake. That's not to say that the Shore Gals didn't look in sync. We know the kind of chemistry and the culture that Coach Paul Apple has instilled over there. But when you see girls play defense at the level that they did today, when you see them in sync offensively, you see the kind of passing that they have. You talked about it, the limited turnovers that they had. That's just such a big difference maker, right? I mean, we heard it on the wrap-up show this morning. Coaches will tell you basketball really is a simple game, and sometimes people tend to overcomplicate it, and sometimes it is just a matter of, well, who got more shots up at the rim? And today that was Canfield by a wide margin.
It certainly was, and, a polished tournament resume, I think, too, to go along with where they're at. And the ability to sit here and cut down the nets at Elyria, that means something. And like you said, in the pregame, we're just not that familiar with them. We don't see them a lot, but certainly, I don't think this is anything new when you look at the following of the fans here today.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah.
That's a pretty big trip that they made, and with good reason.
Well, I went and shook hands with Coach WEOL before the game just because we had a phone call, so I wanted to make the in-person, face-to-face connection with him. And I asked him, one of my first questions was, how do you guys travel? Do you show up well? And he kind of pointed around and said, well, this isn't even really about half of who's going to be coming today, and that was with like 15 minutes left on the pregame clock, and it certainly exploded for them since then. Zach Sprague's got a good shot here of them cutting down the net, and you can see kind of the sea of black and red underneath those girls. So a well-earned victory today for head coach Matt Rio and his Canfield Cardinals. Again, just a congratulations goes out to him and his program, his staff, for a job well done, and big thanks to Paul Apple and his Shore Gals for working with us all season long. Another fantastic season of covering Shore Gal basketball. So that'll do it for us today. Again, just a big thank you to everybody who tuned in from the wrap-up show to EC's district championship earlier this afternoon. Congratulations again to Coach Rothgary and his girls on a job well done, and a big thank you to everybody tuning into this one as well. As we want to thank our sponsors for making today's broadcast possible, as this cage matchup between Avon Lake and Canfield was brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your touchdown energy partner. Your North Ridgeville, convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. The Duck, Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station, and by our friends over at Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. Jared Kozar, hats off to you. On-site engineer, color commentator extraordinaire, laptop operator, whatever other titles you deem fitting underneath of that, right?
Well, I can do all that stuff. It's fine. As long as you're willing to deal with yachts in the morning and then back-to-back games in the afternoon, it's no bother. You put in one heck of a full day today, and, this one goes down in the annals of WEOL and WEOL.com history in terms of clocking in this morning about 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit before that, certainly with what you did in show prep, because Ron Yance didn't help you. And then you got to this point today, and, hats off to you, Rocco. It's a big day. It's a big ask, and it went well. And everything worked the way it had to today. We would have liked a different result in this game in terms of the Shore Gals, but we saw a quality basketball team advance and do what they do. The new phone, Zach Sprague.
There he is.
Finding more uses by the minute.
We'd be remiss if we didn't give a big thank you and shout out to Zach Sprague. That's the first double duty I think we've saddled him on in his short time here at WEOL. So we certainly look forward to working with him more in the future. But Jared, Zach, seriously, great job by you guys today. It was really a pleasure doing this with you guys. So for everybody here at Elyria High School, for Avon Lake, for Canfield, for the folks from there, for Zach, for Jared, I am Rock Anushi saying one more time your final score here from Elyria in this Division III District Championship game. Canfield is on to the regional semis. The Cardinals a winner over Avon Lake 54-37. We will see you guys Monday at Oberlin with more tournament basketball. Kurt Russell and the Phoenix play host to Rootstown. But until then, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.